In today's video, I'm going to upgrade the AC of my Sprinter. Well, not the AC itself, but the control panel. Mercedes offers different grades of AC control. The most basic one is completely manual, and I don't even think it's available in the US. What Sprinters here come with as standard is what Mercedes calls Tempmatic. Internal code is HH4, and that is kind of a semi-automatic where you select a certain temperature, but you also have to manually adjust the air distribution and fan speed. So what I'm going to upgrade today is the top tier of AC control in the Mercedes world. They call it Thermotronic. Internal code is HH4, and this is fully automatic. You set the temperature and then the van regulates, well, not only the temperature, but also the fan speed and which of the different vents the air is coming out. And for this upgrade, I'm going to use a kit from KUFATEC. It came all the way from Germany, and it contains all those parts needed to do this upgrade. So let's do a quick unboxing here. So what we have is a new control panel, and this is the one that has this additional auto button to really set it to full automatic mode. Then we have an additional temperature sensor that needs to be installed somewhere in the air ducts. And then we have a little harness that connects this additional sensor to the SAM module, to the control module. And then last but not least, we have this programming dongle. This plugs into the OBD2 port and then sets all the control module to the new settings so it can take full advantage of this new control module or this new front panel with the automatic mode. And KUFATEC also provides some very detailed installation instructions in multiple languages. I printed out the German version. They also have it available, I think, in English for sure, maybe even Spanish, French, I don't know, but for sure German and English.
Now I have to remove a lot of these interior trim panels. I'm not going to document that in detail here in the video. I just want to give you a rough idea of what's needed if you followed the KUFATEC instructions. And I also think the KUFATEC instructions make you remove way too many of those panels. More on that later.
Now I should be able to remove the air duct. This thing here. Oh, okay. This is the air duct I just removed, and the temperature sensor, this additional one, needs to go in here somewhere. We do that in a bit. Okay, back to the workbench. I now need to mount the temperature sensor, which is this blue thing, into the air duct. And KUFATEC gives you detailed instructions with a few photos on where exactly to put it in and how big the hole needs to be. So let me do that. It needs to go into this upper part here, and the hole needs to be 7 by 16 millimeters. So I made a little template here with my vinyl cutter and stick this on now. And then cut it out. I'm just using a regular cutter knife. This is relatively cheap. Well, maybe not cheap, but thin plastic. Okay, hole is cut. Let's see if it fits. Yep, clicks in. Well, for good measures, I put a little bit of adhesive / silicone. It's not silicone, it's like cell. around the cut. This kind of glues it in a little bit. Now I need to remove some of the trim on the passenger side. To have a better chance putting it all back together correctly, I'm just leaving the bolts in place and then just tape them over with a little bit of painter's tape, so then I know which bolt goes into which hole.
Now I can remove the actual AC control panel. It is not screwed in any way, it just clips in and can easily be pried out with these trim removal tools. Just be gentle, pry it out from as many sides as possible, wiggle it a little bit, and eventually it will pop out. And then there's a single connector in the back that needs to be removed before the panel can be taken away. Putting the new one in is just as easy in reverse. Clip in the cable and then just snap the panel in place. It might take a few attempts to align all those tabs with their corresponding holes, so don't press too hard. It will eventually slide in nicely without much effort.
Now I need to connect this new temperature sensor, the one I just installed in the air duct, to the SAM module. And up to this point, the KUFATEC instructions were spot on and easy to follow. But now I think I'm a little bit disappointed. Maybe I'm reading the picture wrong, but I think they say the SAM module should be in this area, in the middle of the car, under the cup holder area. But actually it is all the way over here against the side wall of the passenger footwell. Anyway, I have to remove this one plug here and then splice in a new cable, or the supplied cable. So I need to find pin 9 and pin 19. I have to slide out this gray and black connector, and I'm gonna mark where the gray one goes. This side is gray and this one is, oops, this one is black. 1 to 10, this one says 21 to 30. This is the cable end of the one that KUFATEC supplied, and this needs to go, this one has a real connector, right? So this one goes into pin number 10. This is in the gray connector, the second from the bottom. Oh, sorry, it needs to go into pin number 9. The last one is 10, so it needs to go into the second last one. And then the other side, the open end, needs to be connected to the cable that comes out of pin 19, which is the second last on the opposite side, the green-brown cable. So I need to splice into this cable. So it just goes in here, clicks in. Number 9. Now I have to attach the other one to this one, and this will be a little more tricky. I removed a little bit of this protective fabric thing, so I now have easier access to the cable I need to splice into, this brown green one. This is where this needs to tap into. I carefully removed the insulation of this cable, and now with the bare copper wire exposed, I can just solder this connection in. And as much as I would like proper shrink wrap tubing to really insulate this new connection, I can't, because I never cut the original cable, so I can't really slide the shrink tubing over. Some regular electrical tape will do just fine. So this can go back into its housing, the gray side in here. back side in here. And then I have to put some of this fabric mesh back on. Right. And with that, I can plug it plugged back into the control module, into the SAM module. And I can now route this cable over to the other side to the sensor. So this is the air duct with the new sensor. Plug it in, click, and then reattach the air duct. Like so. And with the cable tucked in nicely, I can put all those trim panels back. Wow, I hope I remember how to do it. All the trim pieces are back in place. I have no screws left over and no screws missing. So yay! Now I need to do the coding with the dongle. So first I need to press the ignition once without pressing the brake pedal. And then I need to switch it on into second tier until all those lights come on. And then I can plug in the programming dongle thing. It says those lights gonna flicker, and then once the green one is on, it's done and I can remove the module. And then I have to turn off the ignition, close the doors, and lock the car. And then wait. It says I need to wait about 20 minutes so all those control modules can reset. I'm not sure why the dongle doesn't do a hard reset on those control modules. I'm gonna follow the instructions though. I'm gonna wait. I have to do some cleanup anyway. Now that I completed the installation, I think I removed way too many of these trim pieces. I followed the instructions from KUFATEC, and really if the SAM module was here in this middle tunnel area, then I guess, yeah, you have to remove all those parts. But if the module is here in the driver and the passenger side footwell, then really all that needs to be taken out is this one panel, and then the one on the other side, the air duct, is also very easily accessible by removing just a single screw down here. So this whole installation, I think, can be streamlined if you know, or if KUFATEC knew, where my SAM module was. I have to do a little bit of driving now to see how this new automatic AC works, and I will let you know in a bit. I've been driving with the upgraded AC panel now in fully automatic mode for quite a while, and I really like it. It is truly a set and forget system now. I dial in the temperature and that's about it. I never ever have to touch the panel again. It adjusts fan speed quite often. Initially it runs it very high to cool the van down, but then it dials it down quite a bit to keep a steady temperature. I haven't been able to test it in heating mode, and I won't be able to in, I guess, forever. But in cooling mode it is just awesome, right? I really like it, and it makes driving the van so much better. I can highly recommend this upgrade. It is not super cheap, but the installation is easy and the results are great. And that's all I had for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.